is critical, because if you have a proper plan of action and you are able to absorb the capital to pursue that growth plan, then investors would be able to put the money in. Actually, yeah. So the two, three things, we would love to have you on the SME platform as long as you want to be there. Um, but we have provided for an automatic movement after 2 years to the main board, provided you fulfill some criteria. At least your paid-up capital should be more than 10 crores. Then you have an option to move to the main board, and we do some base level health checks, and then you will be able to move on to the main board. But the whole idea is try and enjoy the benefits of SME and then grow there, and then possibly do a larger issue and go to the main board. Instead of just moving to the main board, we would want you to grow on SME platform and do a large issue and grow on that and go to the main board.
As of today, how many listed
That,
companies and
in fact, all the companies which are listed on NSE so far have been on manufacturing side. So we have the one company which is it's a consultancy company. Other than that, all other companies. Yeah, we have been consciously looking for manufacturing companies, and our criteria. So basically, we would want quality manufacturing companies to come on board. That is the idea. That's the reason why we were a little selective in initially ensuring that we are getting the right kind of companies, and the companies have the right kind of attitude to grow, and growth is the key word, and we want to establish the credibility of the platform. That's why right now 10 companies are listed, but we are in talks. Say, if the pipeline is fairly long, because usually what happens is some of these companies take a lot of time. So they are possibly like a promoter, say a proprietary company or partnership, and entrepreneurs. We have a company which is with which we are engaged for more than 18 months. So they take a lot of time. Some of the entrepreneurs take time to get their act together and then get listed. But the pipeline is very, very strong. We are in touch with almost about 100 companies across the country. So most of them are slowly getting prepared, because, as I said, while a fully prepared company can get listed in about 3 to 4 month period, if the company is not fully prepared, our entrepreneur has doubts. Sometimes they go forward and then again stall, and then they worry about lots of things and come back. So the process does take some time with some of the companies. But as I said, we are in talks with almost about 100 companies. Profiles are with us. Merchant bankers are seriously working on some of these companies. We have a fairly strong pipeline, and we are hoping that in the coming 6 to 8 months period, we'll have about 40 to 50 companies getting listed. In conducting programs in all major SME clusters. We are going to all the SME clusters. In fact, SEBI has been kind enough to come to some of the programs. In fact, last month we have done it in Vijayawada. Now we are in Nagpur. So earlier we have done in Rajkot, Ahmedabad. So all major industrial clusters we are touching.
Sir, last few questions because of limitation of time.
I have a question from many of the CAs, we understand that till the time banks are able to fund you, banks are the best funding options, and if you exhaust with that option, then only you should think of going for listing. So I just need your opinion in this.
Well, you are asking a person who would obviously advocate listing. So, but anyway, it is a decision which you have to take. Nobody, either the banks or neither bank nor we can give that advice. So you'll have to decide what is your growth path and how much of equity you want to have and how much of debt you want to have, what is servicing, what kind of business you are in, what kind of cash that gets generated. Because if it's a regularly cash generating business, then possibly debt may not be too much, it may not pinch you. But if it's a long-term business where there are difficulties or the cycles, then you might want to look at equity. So it's completely a decision from by the entrepreneur, and the cost of capital considerations, obviously we don't have to teach you, you know all those things. So you'll have to really figure out what is the best mix for you as a business and how do you service that. Offline we can sit and possibly we can talk to your financial advisor and then try and take it forward. But it's essentially a business decision by you based on your own business dynamics. It's very difficult to say a particular thing is good for a particular company. But if you generally look at equity is always a better option, so that equity gives you capability to absorb higher debt. If you don't have the equity, then you won't be able to absorb additional debt, and in some kind of businesses, banks may not be able to actually fund you because they may not have the kind of collateral which is required. So multiple dynamics in this. It's not a single one case, one size fits all kind of a scenario. One second. I'll just complete this and then come to you. So no, the premium which you want to charge is a decision on the kind of business you have, the valuation which you have created within the company, and the market, whether it can absorb that valuation. So supposing you want to price at a particular premium and your merchant banker believes or the market is not willing to accept that, so you'll have to find a balance where you would be able to sell the issue, because investors who are coming in should also find a value proposition at the price at which you are going to sell. So it's a decision again between you and your merchant banker and the investors. You'll have to arrive at the right number. No. Well, it's a question it's a company-specific question. We have seen companies, it's a huge spectrum, right? From 5% of the issue size to 12 to 15% of the issue size went into as cost of capital. So you'll have to, again, it depends on the kind of business you are in, the kind of linkages you have, the kind of, the ecosystem you have. It's again a business specific question. We'll have to sit with you, understand, and then possibly the merchant banker can quote a price for that. There's no single price which can be fixed on a business as a general. But I've seen companies came out with public issue which is just about 5%, but there are companies which have spent almost 15% of the issue size. It varies depending on your business.
Thank you, gentlemen, for a two-way dialogue. So one last question, please.
For granting listing permission to any company. What is checklist for granting permission of listing to any company?
SMEs?
Any company, SME, particularly SME, we are here for SME.
Yeah, SMEs, essentially, once you fulfill the basic criteria of the criteria which we mentioned, 3 years track record, 2 years positive cash flows, less than 25 crores post-issue paid-up capital. These are the basic criteria. The checklist-wise, we will look at the due diligence done by the merchant banker. We do our own due diligence, and then we grant the permission to list. So a set of, again, it is the basic criteria. Once you fulfill the basic criteria, you would be able to get listed, provided the paperwork is fine.
Thank you. Before we propose the formal vote of thanks, I request our President to present a memento to Mr. Kumar and Mr. Ravi as a token of appreciation. A good round of applause, gentlemen, please. Thank you so much, sir, for making this event possible. I now request O.S. Bagadia ji to propose the formal vote of thanks.
dignitaries on the dais, of the dais. Now, this is a time to acknowledge the gratitude of the person who has been on the dais and you also. I extend my sincere thanks to Security Exchange Board of India and the National Stock Exchange for accepting our invitation to deliver a talk and creating awareness about the SME platform for the small and medium enterprise. I am thankful to Mr. Manoj Kumar, Chief General Manager of SEBI, who has accepted our invitation to be chief guest today, and he has given his regulatory approach, regulatory perspective about the SME stock exchange. Thank you, sir. And thank you to Mr. Ravi Varanasi, Chief Business Development of National Stock Exchange, who has agreed to here today, and he has expressed his exchange perspective about the SME listing. And thank you to Vikas Jain also, Joint Director of Industry, who has accepted invitation and given the government perspective about the SME listing. I am thankful to officials from the SEBI and NSE, Mr. Milind, Seema Nayak, Jayesh Tawri, and Gangdeep Singh, for coming all the way from Nagpur and supporting us in organizing this event. I am also thankful to Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and Institute of Cost Accountants of India for supporting this event so that for making it successful. And lastly, I am thankful to all of you, without whose presence perhaps this program would not be successful. I hope that you must have enjoyed today's discussion. I will think of going to SME listing, and in the times to come, Nagpur will see many listed companies. Thank you.
I now request all to join us for high tea.